Hey, thank you so much for being here today, James. I look forward to chatting with you about your work at Cognizant and also what you're doing with microcredentials and educating people about healthcare. So let's
Well,
get started.
yeah, I appreciate it, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So to just kick things off, James, tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do for Cognizant.
So, sure, absolutely. I serve as the Vice President of Learning Development and Technology Associate at Cognizant. I lead teams focused on developing product training for our TriZetto healthcare solutions. Um, our vision is to deliver knowledge, delight customers, and drive excellence. So we've been holding that for a long time, and our mission is to enable performance through innovative, immersive, and proven training and certification programs. So perfect tie here. I think my team brings that mission to life every day, helping clients get the most from our products, improving efficiency, ensuring compliance, and enhancing the quality of care delivered across healthcare systems. Um, I think throughout my career, I focused on bridging the gap between technology and people in learning. So when professionals, in my mind, truly understand the systems they use every day, it transforms not just how they work, but the outcomes that they achieve. I think that's what makes this partnership with NMSU so exciting to me. It's about extending that same opportunity for growth and transformation to learners everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing to send kudos your way is working with your team has been fantastic. You could tell they absolutely love what they do.
Thank you.
Uh, yeah, and just hearing some of the stories of things that they've done in the past and even current projects is really inspiring. And you can just see that they're really inspired to just take things to the next level by offering a set of new learning pathways in the healthcare industry. And that goes to my next question. So, what inspired Cognizant to partner with NMSU Global Campus to develop these healthcare learning pathways?
Well, I think it all starts with conversation. So this partnership really came from a shared vision. Both Cognizant and NMSU believe education should be accessible, flexible, and career focused. At Cognizant, we bring the deep industry experience and insights into what employees or employers truly need. And then NMSU brings that academic excellence and modern kind of learning first approach. So I think together we're creating programs that don't just teach concepts. I think they build confidence in real world capability. I think it's all about helping learners step into healthcare roles with the skills and knowledge to make an immediate impact. That's where I feel right now, where we're at with this partnership. And I'm really excited to move forward.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's great even talking with healthcare partners and learning about their needs and then sharing that we have this partnership with you all. It's interesting because you all have a very positive, well known name in the industry. So people have a lot of great things to share about working with you all on other projects. And so when we share that, hey, we have these learning pathways, they're going to educate people on a variety of different roles within healthcare, they're really excited about it. In fact, a lot of them have begun exploring and they're just thrilled to share this with their workforce and then see how they can actually get people enrolled. Kudos again back to you all of what you all have already done within the industry. And so it goes into my next question. So when we think about y'all's mission with workforce development and lifelong learning, how does this initiative specifically fit into it?
That's a great question. I think here at Cognizant, our mission has always been to help people and organizations stay future ready. And this isn't my quote. I've heard this many times before, but lifelong learning isn't a slogan, it's a mindset. So I think this partnership fits perfectly with that mission for learners. It provides accessible, industry aligned pathways that help people build skills and earn credentials that advance their careers. For organizations, that's for individuals. I think for organization, it helps build a strong, skilled talent pipeline to help simplify onboarding, selection, and upskilling within an organization, which is really it's a win-win for learners because they gain the opportunity and the confidence, and employers gain teams that are ready to perform from day one. And that came from, again, back to conversations. We have conversations all the time with our clients of how can we improve, what we can we do to make your life easier. And it's always been about the product training because we specialize in that. But these other conversations that came up were about just building that core skill around healthcare. And I think all these conversations we're having aren't just related to healthcare. I think they're relevant across almost every industry.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been interesting too, because we've shared your courses with people who have leadership roles in healthcare, as well as people who are just interested in maybe jumping into healthcare. And one thing that stands out to them is that they're finding a lot of micro credentials and even learning opportunities in areas that they've never even explored or want to explore. For instance, there's things about marketing, there's things about IT. I mean, the list I can keep on going on and on. And it's really exciting to a lot of people that, hey, wow, these are all new offerings that are really unique and they haven't seen something offered as far as, workforce development and it offered to them and through other organizations. So could you walk us through the types of courses and credentials that you all are offering in with this collaboration?
Sure. And let me just first tie into that question that or the comment that you just made. So I've been in learning for a very, very, very long time. And I think maybe 15 years ago, micro-credentialing was a thing that was like in the mind and people were trying to do it. And it just, I don't know, it really slowed. But I think recently, micro-credentialing has become a must. People need to learn. They need to get what they need. They need to focus on the key points of their role, whether they're new or whether they're trying to expand on their knowledge. So I think it's great that you guys are really pushing this and rolling with this. So back to your question. Sorry about that. We start in this specific program. We start with healthcare fundamentals. So that gives a foundation that covers how the system works, insurance models, compliance, and key industry players. And from there, they can branch into pathways like government programs, leadership in healthcare and business skills for healthcare professionals. So each one of these builds on the other, offering a kind of a stackable credential that allow learners to grow as they progress. And then each pathway ends with a recognized credential. And you guys provide that through the technology platform. And that signals to employers that these folks are job ready, and it gives the employers the confidence that these learners can make an impact is the day one when they start.
Yeah, no, one thing that was really unique too about your program as well is that it feels real. When we first were introduced to this program and we actually met with your design team, they shared with us a lot of the work that they had already done. And it felt as though you could tell it was somebody who's actually worked in the industry or even relied on good subject matter experts so that they can put together a unique learning experience. It didn't feel very gimmicky. It didn't feel very cookie cutter. It was very straight to the point. And one thing that's unique about micro credentials is that we really want it to focus on people walking away with key skills that they can instantly apply to the workforce. And that's exactly what you all have done. And so, my next question for you is how would you say that these programs that you all have designed meet the real world needs of healthcare employers and professionals?
Well, I think when you say it feels real, it actually is real because internally we had never looked or designed this program to be external. So it started out as an internal need for our healthcare organization to build this healthcare knowledge. We've been building on this program probably for about 15 years at least, and every year it's just grown, because the industry's changed, the rules change, the laws change, and we continually upgraded it. And then we had those conversations where we said, hey, we really need this. You do it in Cognizant in your organization, can we get that? So that's where we really had a push to work with industry leaders, to work with clients, to work with folks like you, to build this program out, to make it really meaningful, to give people exactly what they needed. Um, so we started by listening. And then that feedback really shaped everything. We wanted these programs to reflect real challenges from regulatory compliance to process efficiency and technology adoption. And e- each course translates directly to workplace performance. For example, understanding Medicare and Medicaid, it's not just theory. It's real. It's daily reality in billing, administration, and patient services. So that's built into the program. It's a data-driven, practical approach that ensures that the skills people learn are exactly what employers need right now.
Yeah, and what you share too is what even people who recently graduated for college also need as well. I think we can all agree there's been times, right, where we jump into a position and we're learning new tools or we're learning about new terms or just information in general that maybe we hadn't studied before. So it's very much you're learning through experience. And one thing that's unique about what you all are providing is that I do feel as though that it does prepare people for that real time, what I should say, for that job that they're going to be jumping into, whether it be like an administrative assistant or you're a current somebody currently in the industry. There's something for you here. And you mentioned being data driven, and you can see that in just the pathways you've offered and the courses that you've put into these pathways. So, what I'm wondering now is for those listening in, because just FY, a lot of these micro credentials will help you in this area. What skills and roles do you feel are most in demand right now in healthcare? And how do these courses assist people in upskilling?
So I think, yeah, and there's going to be different thoughts on this, and this is really in my realm, my world of what I'm seeing right now. I think there's a strong demand in healthcare administration, claims processing, uh, revenue cycle management, and then data analytics. So I think employers want professionals who understand both the business and the regulatory sides of healthcare and people who can navigate that, navigate compliance, navigate and interpret the data and improve the processes are the people that employers are looking for. And we know AI is changing everything right now at a very fast pace. So we need to be ready for that. And I think maybe we'll talk about that in a little bit. But I think our programs bridge that gap. They blend healthcare fundamentals with business and digital skills so learners can step into high demand roles with confidence and capability. I think it's more about creating a clear pathway, like you said, pathways from learning to employment. And maybe employers, I mean, because this program could be from somebody who's brand new who wants to get into healthcare, or somebody who's trying to build skills and get creative and curious about other programs. Um, so it helps individuals grow while giving healthcare organization that skilled professionals that they need most.
Yeah, and one thing I wanted to share too that it stood out to me is that you're really proactive in researching technology and also just different things that might disrupt your industry in both positive and negative ways. And what I find is that you usually jump on it and you think about ways to inform people. One example is your AI course, right? You've actually created some AI in helping people understand AI and how it impacts the healthcare industry, just to educate people. And so, with that being said, how do you see technology, AI, and even data analytics impacting this specific industry?
Hmm. Yeah, it's I don't even know how to put a word to it. With AI, it's amazing and it scares people, you know. So I think as far as in the industry of healthcare, technology is transforming healthcare at entry level, from predictive analytics that improve outcomes to AI automation that streamlines the administrative tasks, which are really being built into a lot of our platforms now. At Cognizant, one of the cool things that they did, I was involved with last year to help just put some stuff together for them. They're advancing this through Cognizant Synops. It was kind of a forward-thinking learning program that aimed at empowering 1 million people with skills needed to harness the power of AI responsibly and effectively. So helping people understand and apply those tools, we're preparing them to lead the change. So, uh, with this program, it's not specifically about AI, but we know everybody's involved with AI. So I saw you've done some great AI courses that are available. So I think that's this program with NMSU integrates all of those things: technology awareness, data literacy throughout the entire learning journey. So people don't just adapt to the future of healthcare. We have to drive it. We have to help them drive it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm happy you mentioned too, like some of the things that we're doing. And one of the unique things about even partnering with you all is the thing I wanted to share most that's really important for anyone listening is that the courses that we work on through NMSU Microlearning and even the partnerships that we have, they're done in collaboration to create in-demand uh, learning experiences that will address skill gaps. And what's unique about this is that it's not a cookie cutter course. What we do is we specifically use data. We have collaborations within the industry to build something from the ground up. So we work together to do something that's not just a third party purchase. We really build something in to ensure that these specific skill gaps and just even things that are coming up, like let's say skills that are going to be needed for the future, are addressed, and we're able to address it in our own way, where we're not necessarily, again, purchasing anything outside. We're doing this in collaboration and making something that's original. So I did want to share that. So as people start thinking about, hey, is this the right learning experience for me? It absolutely is. And, we look forward to continuing our collaboration with James and even offering some future courses.
Yeah, and I think it's not just us, though. I mean, so we're always developing things and we're looking to advance, and the way we do that is by working with other people like you. So one of the things that we had really hadn't focused on in the past was the metacognitive assessment, and that's something that was like, wow, well, this will add value to this training. Let's add it to the training and let people get more value from the programs. So kudos to you and thank you.
Yeah. And so my next question, it kind of goes along with this. So what advice would you give someone who's interested in entering or advancing in healthcare today?
Mm. I'd say start with a strong foundation. Understand how the system works, the regulations that guide it, and where opportunities are growing, and then can commit. Let's spit that word out. Commit to continuous learning. Healthcare, as I said early, changes constantly, just like technology, and adaptability is what sets most professionals apart. Embrace technology. It's now part of every role. It's not just technical ones, and AI is a part of that. Knowing how to use digital tools, and that'll give you a real advantage moving forward. Again, whether you're new or you're seasoned, these things are really important. And then I think, um, finally, stay connected to your purpose. In this case, and we're talking about specifically healthcare and not just healthcare technology, it's really not just a career, it's a chance to make a difference in the world. When you combine that purpose with learning and growth, you're going to go far.
Yeah, and James, one thing that really shines too, anytime you're even speaking when we're in meetings or even talking about this, you could tell that you're just super motivated to help people. So what motivates you personally about building opportunities like this?
Mm. First, I like talking to people. For me, it's all about having an impact. I've spent my career helping people gain skills and open doors and change lives, and been creative with technology, finding new ways to deliver, develop, and implement training. Uh, I think in healthcare specifically, again, because that's what this is about. I think the impact is multiplied because when somebody completes one of our programs and they start a new role, or they're advancing their career. They're not just improving their life; they're helping patients, communities, and healthcare systems drive. So I think that's what drives me. Knowing our work makes a difference and creates opportunities and strengths. I think that's one of the most vital in the world.
Excellent. And so this is more of an advice thing. I always like to share things that you probably wish you knew maybe 20 years ago, 5 years ago. But what's one thing you would love to leave our listeners with one message about the future of healthcare learning, and what would it be? Something that you probably wish you would know, or even what to expect.
Boy, I wish I had a time machine and I could go back in time. That would be awesome, wouldn't it? I think the future of healthcare learning specifically, uh, now it's much more accessible. It's much more flexible, and it's much more driven by technology. Whether that's some people agree if that's good or bad. It could go either way. But I think whether you're new to the field or already working in it, learning is the key to staying relevant and making an impact, especially now. Don't let AI pass you by. I don't care if you're old school, new school, it doesn't matter. Do not let that learn something. You don't have to be a programmer, but learn how to use the basics of those tools. Or if not, you're going to be left behind. I think today's opportunities are more personalized and real world than ever before. You could start small, build your expertise, and I think that's why the micro credentialers are great because you could stack those along the way. Healthcare is changing fast, and anyone who invests their growth will shape its future. So keep learning, build your expertise, and take your career to the next level.
Excellent. And so, James, you post a lot of great content, and same with Cognizant. There's just a lot of excellent information that's available for people, especially on social media, websites, etc. So, how's the best way to reach you if anyone has any questions or just wants to connect with you?
Um, I think the best way to connect with me is just find me on LinkedIn. I'm always happy to connect and share insights and have conversations. It's not always people learning from me, as most of the time it's me learning from other people. And we can talk about, technology, learning technology, workforce development. I think you can also see in this program, you can also visit the NMSU Global Campus website to explore the healthcare programs that we've talked about today. And just a little plug in here, if your organization is looking to build a program like this or needs help with corporate training, workforce solutions, our group is a full service bespoke learning organization we've been developing this stuff for 30, 40 years. So we have decades of experience creating innovative and scalable programs. You can find more at Cognizant University. So I think whether you're growing your career or developing your team, we'd love to help you and help you take that next step.